I remember at the beginning, when I first started this entire journey, with manifestation and just wanting. I remember I just wanted um, just more out of life. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to do things. I wanted to be able to travel, live the places I wanted to live, wear the clothes I wanted to wear, drive the car I wanted to drive, be with the people that I wanted to be with. Right? Just literally just that simple. I just wasn't. I wanted what I did to matter. Right? I wanted to matter. The things I did, I wanted to have a purpose. Um, I wasn't necessarily looking for purpose, but I wanted the things I did to be purposeful, right? And I wanted to be happy with that. I wanted to be fulfilled. And I may not have used those words back then, but that's essentially what it was. Um, Enter manifestation, right? It was trippy to me when I first discovered manifestation. I thought it was, I don't know what I thought it was. I'll tell you what I knew it was, though. I knew it was the answer. I knew that. But the point I'm trying to get to here is, uh, for the longest time, it was like I used to write all these things down, do all these techniques, which is why I'm not big on techniques now. Like I said, I could tell you a lot of them. Um, but what actually happened was things wouldn't actually happen, like the big things that I wanted. The needle wouldn't like move unless I did something either drastic or when things seemingly felt like they was falling apart is when I was like, oh shit, things are actually going in that direction. And it felt scary. And scary really doesn't fully describe like what that feels like. Like when I first started this journey out, and this is probably the first time I'm saying this, like, on any of my media. Man, I like walked away from this job that I worked at for like 17 years. It's wild to think about, making decent money. But I knew that wasn't, I knew I would die at that job. And I wasn't feeling that. It was not the life that I wanted to live. And that was, shit, 5 years ago now. Best decision I ever made in my life. Like, I was literally, I would have died at that place. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like, on the job. I mean like I would have lived the rest of my life working there, still in the same old relationships, making the same money. Hell, it might even been less money. Um, and I would have worked there and I would have died and slowly would have started eating away at my soul. Because eventually that's what it started to feel like, working that 9 to 5, man. Jesus Christ. But I started to feel better when things started to fall apart, and after I walked away, and that's when the manifestation started to come in. And like I said, scary isn't the word for it. Like, I mean, things were falling apart. I got into a car accident, totaled my car, ended up getting a new car. That car, it wasn't brand new, but it was practically brand new. And I kept getting these flat tires on the way going to work, and I'm like, what the, like, what's happening? Like, I don't understand. Um, it was crazy. But it's crazy. In all of that chaos, though, a lot of little blessings started to come that were like little seeds for like the future, or for like the life that I did want to live. For like, for example, when my car was totaled, I actually ended up getting a check, surprisingly, because I kept the car in good condition. So when they totaled it out, I actually got a check from the insurance company, to cover it, because the car wasn't paid off. So, but it was worth more than, the money that I had left over. So I ended up getting a check, and I used that check to buy this laptop I have now. the very same laptop that I have that I bought then back in 2020. Um, and that was like a little seed for like what I would use that for in the future, because that's what eventually got me on social media. It moved me in that direction, and back then I couldn't see it. I noticed it a little bit because I was kind of like I was really into manifestation, so I was excited. So I did notice it a little bit, but most people don't even notice those little things. They just get caught up, so caught up, and when life starts falling apart, when they want a new life. Like if you want something new, and this is kind of, I guess where I'm going with this, because I don't have a script for this video. This is just something I wanted to share with you guys. But when things start going in that direction, when you manifest like a total lifestyle change or like a transformation or whatever it may be, I'm talking like big. I'm not talking manifesting like a car or like a free coffee drink or not even a relationship. I'm talking like a 360-degree life change, like something totally different. Things are going like the old life must fall apart. You got to part ways with it. You can't live this life and this life. You can't. You can only live one. So the old life, what I like to call a tower moment, all that shit starts crumbling down, destroyed relationships, problems will start happening, and you'll know. You'll know when you start manifesting, and you really start to trust that process. And that's kind of like what I want to talk about, like the trust part. It's pivotal. In the beginning, yeah, I needed it, but I was so into it that I didn't need it. I was just kind of like going with the flow. I was kind of neutral actually. And then eventually it started getting real bad, and that's when trust had to come in. But for the longest time, or a few years at least, it seems like forever, I kind of like let myself, I felt sorry for myself. And I kind of let myself slip into this kind of like depression. And I got kind of like stuck. I mean, it wasn't even I just got stuck in this energy, where I was like, oh, I guess the thoughts were, I'm never going to actually live the life that I want, but I can get close to it, right? That's what I was thinking. Like, I'm never going to actually be there, but I can inch towards it, or it's going to take too long. All of the thoughts. And that made me depressed because I really believed in this thing. You know, I really did. You know, and I still do, and I know it's true now. But back then, I'm speaking from then because I'm trying to put myself in the energy and think from that position. Like I was really down because I was like, man, I really believe in this, but I feel like it's just not working for me. Like I don't understand like what I'm doing wrong or what I'm missing to fully embody this transformation or stepping past this threshold into this life that I want to live now. It just wasn't happening for me. Like my old life was falling apart, and I was kind of like in this like liminal space, this just like in limbo, just like in between what seems like forever for me. Like so frustrating, especially for, and I'm an Aries, so I want things to like I'm ready. Like, and I'm a Leo rising, so there's a lot of fire energy over here. So I'm just like ready. I'm just ready, right? So, but nothing would move. So I'm like, what the hell? But in that period, looking back, I'm so grateful for it now because that's where a lot of healing and a lot of transformation happened. And that's where a lot of the growth really started to come out. And in that, it kind of put me in the position that I am now because I learned a lot. I'm not saying that you guys have to go through that. That's tough. I'm giving you the shortcut. I'm telling you now, trust is going to be that main thing that's going to get you over that hump. And because if your whole life is falling apart, like you're already headed in that direction, that's actually a good sign. I think that's a bullshit thing to say because no one wants to really hear that, but it's the truth. I'll tell you right now, it's the absolute truth. And if you can trust and stick with it and really start to, I guess, embody the energy of the things that you like truly want to be. Like, for example, with me, it took me a while to get there, but I wanted to. I was leaning towards expression, and doing YouTube is one of those things. And it took me a while to get here. Like, I had to go through a lot of healing and a lot of, like, I avoided it like the plague. I avoided social media, right? And it wasn't necessarily for lack of trust. It's the simple fact, and I trusted it. I just like, which is why I was in that liminal space, because I trusted it, but there were things that I needed to work through to even begin to start doing that thing. So that period served a purpose, and it was so long for me because, you know, I'm the teacher, so I need to learn those things. For you, however, if you are not the teacher, and you probably are if you follow me on some level, yeah, like, if it's not going to just maintain that level of trust is basically what I'm trying to say. And just know that if it isn't going as fast as you want, there's a reason. Clearly there's a reason, right? And it's probably something that needs to be healed or uprooted or let go of. Just like with me and everybody else, we all go through the same thing. So don't doubt your trust if you do believe in all this stuff. If you're following me, then you probably do believe in all this stuff. And just know that this period is just a period of you. It's a period of growth. It's a necessary part of manifestation. It's just that simple. It can be long, it can be short. It depends on how you cope with your own like healing journey, really. And that's really what it's about. And that's where growth happens. And in space where nothing happens is where everything happens. It's a crazy thing to say, but like when nothing is moving with your manifestation in the outside world, that's where everything happens internally to prepare you for that shift, basically. And yeah. So trust and I guess perseverance. There's the two things that kind of just they got me through it, man. I mean, and a lot of healing, obviously, but that's a whole nother video. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm trying something different, and I just wanted to do like a little talking thing. So yeah, anyway, if this helped in any way, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and until next time.